Well, throughout my career, the most significant constant in my life has been the support and guidance of friends. For well over 40 years, the brilliant author and talented performer Maya Angelou has always found time to be supportive. So, true to form, when I asked her if I could come to her home in North Carolina and interview her, the 84-year-old legend quickly agreed. I asked her to speak to all of us about friendship and how it shapes who we are and what we become.
It really is probably one of the real reasons why the stars are in the firmament and the blood runs orderly in our veins.
Her life has been populated with friends, and there have been many famous ones, from civil rights activist Malcolm X to Oprah Winfrey. Yet some of her closest friends have included people not as well known. You once explained to me the difference between friends and acquaintances. Would you share that with us?
Friendship, it keeps you alive, it keeps you awake, it keeps you trying to be the best. And in the middle of the night, when you're lonely and feel most at odds with yourself and with life and even with God, you can call a friend.
Today, the term friend has taken on a new meaning in the age of social media. Yet Angelou remains steadfast in her belief in the power of meaningful relationships.
A friend made up a page for me on Facebook, and she called me a few months ago and said that I had 3 million friends. And I thought, well, I don't think so. I'm lucky to have 10. I'm sorry when a young person, or an old person for that matter, makes a mistake of thinking that the accident, or maybe incident, of meeting another person on a level makes you immediately a friend.
Author, singer, performer, actress, dancer, and composer. Angelou's achievements have spanned more than 4 decades. She's also a filmmaker.
We're very proud of that aircraft.
I'm very proud too. I think all Black Americans who see this will be very proud too.
In 1968, she wrote, produced, and narrated a documentary series for KQED about the African American experience called Blacks, Blues, Black. Here at her home in North Carolina, her garden is filled with friends. If you walk around your house, there are friends in almost every room, your library, hundreds of books. Talk about the friends from these books.
I'm a product of the men and women who went before me, and I'm grateful to them. The writers who informed me, James Baldwin, of course, Shakespeare, of course, John Killens, Amiri Baraka. Books meant so much to me. I spent 7 years of my life as a mute, but I read everything, and I memorized everything. So many writers, I absorbed them, and they still inform my life.
Books not only helped her gain her voice, but transformed her path. Encouraged by her good friend James Baldwin, she wrote her first novel, the autobiographical I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, in 1968. Since then, she's written everything from poems to children's books to cookbooks. In 1992, her poetry reached millions of Americans at President Bill Clinton's inauguration.
Across the wall of the world, a river sings a beautiful song. It says, "Come, rest here by my side."
And while her writing continues to inspire audiences of all generations, her impact doesn't end there. You've spent your life helping others, reaching out, supporting, including me. Why do you do that? What motivates you inside with your celebrity status that you feel you still need to reach back?
I owe it to another person to say what I've learned. I think that each one of us lives in direct relation to the heroes and sheroes we have, always and in always. And you have to have enough courage to be a hero, shero. Courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. You can be anything erratically, kind, fair, true, generous, blah, blah, blah. But to be that thing time after time, you have to have courage.
Angelou believes that we all have a hero or a shero inside of us. One of her heroes is the Reverend Cecil Williams, who leads Glide Memorial Church's program to serve the poor. Her advice to young and old is the same, an impassioned call to be courageous.
You have to use your art to speak back. You must do it and continue to do it as well as you can. And ask God, the Creator, to encourage you to be more creative. And the poet says that each of us comes from the creation, trailing wisps of glory. This is what we have to do constantly. Don't give up. Don't give in. Give.
I asked her, what keeps her creating, doing, being?
I'm blessed, and I'm now celebrating my 84th year on this earth. It's a blessing to be of use. Anybody who can't be of use is useless. I will not be abused, I will not be misused, but I will be of use.
Recently, Maya Angelou shared an honor with other humanitarians, like Mother Teresa and her friend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. at the historic unveiling of Remember Them, Champions for Humanity at the Henry J. Kaiser Park in downtown Oakland. And as a former Bay Area resident, it's an honor she treasures.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you.